Hey everybody, I've been doing a series of getting to know me a little bit about my history, her story, so that you can understand what the breadth of my experience is and the way that I like to work with clients. And so we're on to the fourth session. And the fourth session is really about when I integrated business and all of my spiritual work. And the key piece was that I started to develop the work on perfect timing. Perfect timing in my world is working with the lunar cycles of each month, each moon's variations on the cycles, and what the advice or the alignment would be to put into action something or not to put into action something. The solar alignment, and I would add in the ancient wheel of the year. When we start working this system, which is highly detailed, you start to understand there are key moments in your life when there's a calling that urges you to move something forward. And a calling is like a flow, like a river of influence. And the river of influence will peak at different times in the year for you. And it's specifically to do with the way that we want to look at your operating system. So when a client comes to me, the first thing I'm looking at is, where would I place them in the elements of earth, air, fire, water? What kind of kingdom, queendom are they looking at operating? So is it global? Is it local? What is the influence that they want to project outwards? And being a projector myself in human design, it means that I'm a natural promoter. So I will automatically be seeing systems, methods. I'm very big on systems. I've worked so much online, helping people develop online events, online programs. So I know a good system will save all of your clients so much time, and the problems with them will equally turn them off. Just like that. That's the online world. So I've found a great way of presenting anything to do with an online presence in an intimate way that I would also say works even for spiritual work, because spiritual is extremely intimate. We're working in ritual space. We're working in, say, yogic meditational kind of space. How does that translate onto the medium of online? And I think it does, actually. I'm a big advocate of moving into the online space and also keeping a foothold in the live space. My background in that is I've run, at this point, I believe, over 70 live international global retreats. So I'm an events producer who puts all of that into place. At the height of that, I also ran a festival called Yoga Connects for 4 years. And so that was the booking of the thing, the booking of a stately home, the arrangements, the legalities, the HR, the health and safety, the logistics, and I ran the team. So I'm really used to project management at a very big level. Finance, bringing in investors, return to the investors. I've worked in property, so I've done property investment schemes where people were pulling out 20% on their money within 6 months. So I'd run a project on a property, and I would be sure that I could say to my investors, within 6 months, you're going to get a return of 20% on your money. So following the finance. And then deeply the spiritual, it's like, what makes a great retreat? Often people think, it's to pack more and more into it. What I perceive is it's about the intimacy and the connection in this space, which makes people enable to let go, to drop down a few levels. So their parasympathetic way of being is they're in flow. They're no longer in resistance. And the spaciousness that you give them on those retreats or in the events or online events even, the entertainment factors, the moments of reflection actually make for a much better presentation or event than it does to just pack and keep them entertained constantly. It's too much. So It's all about the flow, the delivery, the perfect timing. And I've worked at this point to a place where I now know that the main body of the work that I want to do is working on, if you're an entrepreneur and you're a spiritual entrepreneur, then my plausibility at this point is I want to work with people who are already sustainable. They're already working in these ethical ways. I don't need to convince them. They're already there. You're already onto a big project. You may not know how to deliver it, but it's got global implications. You're already into seeing something bigger than yourself. Those are the kind of projects I'm interested in. Then I can get my head into and body into all the logistics and all the systems of deliverables, all the ease of the finance, all the ease, say, of the investment, sales, how to present yourself, how to go through a sales cycle, how to launch, what's the perfect timing with moon, sun, and ancient festivals. And if you apply these spiritual principles and keep in mind that the biggest piece that I would say to you is connection is currency. Connection is how deeply are you connected to really what you're here to do, so that you are not fazed by being a people pleaser or trying to fit in or whatever. I know that because I am on a super niche angle of business, right? I want to work with leaders and influencers as if I'm like Merlin to your Arthur. I'm the one who's whispering in your ear. I'm the one who will speak to you before you've got a big business meeting, helping you work all your fears out of the way, getting you to an audacious place of asking for what you want and being able to deliver that effortlessly. So there's a lot of work that I've done over many years to be able to manage very, very big projects, even in my mind. I don't even find them difficult to just be, oh, yeah, that's that. Team, love the concept of team. You should all be thinking about team. I come into teams and help my leaders and influencers work with their teams even more efficiently and effectively so that you gel as a group. And I would say that right now I'm at a level of mastery, right? In my own world of all the projects I've stretched in my life. I've stretched my soul as big as I need to be. And so if you are at that space of stretch as well, that's where I want to speak to you, because stretch is of interest to me. It's not dormancy. It's not leveling out. It's not staying, keeping a momentum. It's the stretch. So that is my excellence. And I would say that is mastery. Mastery is a piece where I am running now, and I will be running for a very long time, my 11 Kings and my 11 Queens program. All based on a time of year, all based on the perfect timing for you to launch or deliver or know when to step back a bit to mature an idea, to grow it a little bit while starting something over here at the same time, maybe a different product, maybe some level within it that you've never gone to. So it could be a VIP level, it could be a luxury level. And in mastery, it's not the big steps that you take, it's the softer, smaller tweaks that you make that make it mastery. So it's the tone of the voice. It's the way that you connect with people. It's the sales without asking. That's the kind of thing that I'm interested in. So in terms of where I'm at now, the only piece I want to work is with your mastery. And if that's something of interest, then contact me and we can have a conversation and I can show you how I can evolve and revolutionize your business to your next quantum level.